There's an age-old expression that says, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. Well, that's certainly not the case for a young Portrush lady, because next week, Kerry Kane is putting herself into the pressure cooker that is the Masterchef kitchen. And you'll be able to watch it on TV. Well, Kerry, where did you actually get the cooking bug?
I guess I got the cooking bug from my family. We're very food orientated. There's always a party going on in our house, and I learnt to cook when I was very, very young. So I guess that's kind of where I got the bug from.
And are you one of these people that won't miss any cooking programme on television?
I love every cooking programme on television, but my favourite cooking programme is definitely MasterChef. I followed it for years. I've watched it from the very, very beginning, even with different presenters, and I really, really loved it. And I've always thought, gosh, wouldn't it be amazing to be on that programme? But you never think you can actually do it. And kind of because of COVID this year, I thought, well, you know, why don't I do it? Life's far too short. So I sent off an application and look where I am.
So you talked yourself into it?
I kind of talked myself into it, but there were my friends and family all said to me, you know, oh, give it a go, you'd be really, really good on it. But I never thought I would even get an answer to the application, never mind get into that kitchen and cook with John and Greg.
But there must be an enormous difference between you cooking in the kitchen, in the house for a hobby and the kids, but then putting yourself into the pressure of the MasterChef kitchen with, as you say, John Turode and Greg Wallace. Now, they're not easy pleased.
Well, I would say it's a completely different thing than cooking in your own kitchen. It's very high pressured. The time goes by in a flash, and it's very, very well. It's kind of like a fine dining kind of cooking rather than just cooking the dinner, which we all do every night. I love food. I love presenting food. So I kind of thought, you know, I could maybe give this a go.
And what about anybody that watches MasterChef will know that timing is critical? How did you find that?
Well, I think you have to prepare really well and time yourself on dishes that you're going to think you might cook on MasterChef. I spent maybe 2 months working on my signature dish, which you'll see on Wednesday night. It took a long time, and even just trying to get the flavours right and do the timings on it. You know, it's all about preparation at the end of the day.
And did anybody give you feedback on your signature dish before you actually cooked it on television?
Well, my family obviously gave me feedback on the signature dish. I'd cooked it probably around 10 times, so I think they were fed up a little bit eating it, but they were crucial in the development of that dish because they gave me great feedback, and they watched the dish actually being developed a little bit further and a little bit further.
Kerry, a lot of people, including myself, will know of your skills on the musical stage in the local area, but I only recently got to know about your foodie skills whenever I tasted your homemade pasta. How did that happen?
Well, I love Italy. I spent a lot of time there. I love pasta in Italy. It's all handmade, and I thought I would give it a go. So I got the ingredients, and I spent ages and ages trying to perfect pasta. I think I've got it perfect now. I love making it. It's just so therapeutic, relaxes me, and it's absolutely delicious. Everybody goes to the shop and buys dried pasta or even fresh pasta, but it doesn't taste the same as hand rolled pasta. It's delicious.
I have to agree with you because, as you know, I go to Italy as well and I love the food there. But I've noticed a lot of connections with Northern Ireland foodies because in Italy, they'll only eat the food from the local area. Have you noticed that?
Absolutely. Whenever I actually research pasta, when the women were making pasta, they had very little money, a bit like Ireland in times gone by. So they used all the local products to make their pasta, even to the point where they didn't even use the eggs in their pasta because they were an expensive commodity. So they just made pasta with flour and water. And pasta, you can make so many things with flour and water. It's unbelievable. A bit like Ireland as well. We have got fantastic ingredients. They are amazing. And we actually have a very, very simple palate which actually can connect with Italy as well.
mentioned earlier that you performed on stage, but performing under the lights and in the heat of a television kitchen, were you nervous?
How could you not be nervous? It is the most daunting thing I've ever done in my life. I will go on stage and sing and act and dance a million times. The nervousness of going into that MasterChef kitchen was absolutely, I can't say terrible. It was exciting, it was exhilarating, but you could never explain to anyone how it feels to go into that kitchen unless you've actually experienced it yourself.
And did you find that it was an opportunity to express yourself?
Totally. I think it was an opportunity to express myself. My signature dish really represents Northern Ireland, Ireland. I think when everyone sees what it actually is, you probably have a wee giggle to yourself and think, gosh, that really is very local. I've used like the Italian thing, I've used beautiful, simple ingredients, local.
So what you're saying is it's not going to be toffee and miso sauce and toasted rice ice cream?
No, it's definitely not going to be that.
And whenever you were in the MasterChef kitchen, did you have John and Greg coming over your shoulder going, you have 3 minutes?
Of course you've got John and Greg coming over your shoulder telling you've got 3 minutes. And that's pretty daunting when you've got nothing on your plate.
And what about tips? Did you get any tips from John and Greg?
John and Greg are really lovely people and they are so helpful in the kitchen. They are encouraging, they're lovely. I know that you see it as a very fast moving program, but John and Greg, they're just there really to help you and guide you along. They're lovely.
Looking back over the years in MasterChef, so many of the winners have gone on to realise their dream and open their own restaurant or their own cafe. Is that a dream of yours?
I don't really want my own restaurant or cafe. I would like to, after COVID, I would like to do some in-house private dining for people. It's not a restaurant that I want. I'd like to go and cook some amazing food in your home and so that you can have the night free and enjoy it while I do the cooking in the kitchen and serve it to you, do the washing up, and you have a great night.
So you do the washing up as well?
I'll do the washing up too.
Kerry, I'm going to be quite cheeky because I know that the fashion accessory that every contestant on MasterChef really, really wants is a MasterChef apron. So if we had a look around the house, will we find one?
I can't tell you. You're going to have to wait, watch the programme and see.
Don't forget, St Patrick's evening, 8 o'clock, BBC One, MasterChef. Tune in and find out how local foodie hero Kerry Kane gets on. There's only one drawback though. Kerry's cooking all that amazing food, and because of COVID, I don't even get to taste any. Kerry, any chance of a takeaway? See you next time in Portmagic.